Hi everyone, Debbie Fazio here from Precious Moments Babies. I hope you're all having a wonderful afternoon, and I thought I'd pop on here to talk to you for a few minutes. I just got off with a client I just got off with a parent who is looking for some information on sleep consulting, and after speaking with her, I really felt the need to come on here live and talk to all of you. So I'm not sure if anyone is going to join live, but if you are and you feel like posting a comment, please do that. But this is something that I really take personally, and it has become an epidemic over the last I'd say month and a half. I've spoken to over 12 families who have worked with other sleep consultants and have had issues or concerns or no things have changed, and even left with more questions than when they started. So when it comes to hiring sleep consultants and the sleep consultants that are out there, speaking to different colleagues and professionals and doctors that we work very closely with, they've always encouraged me to come on here and post a video. But to be honest, I didn't want to point fingers at anyone out there that's offering sleep consulting. So instead, I've chosen to come on here live and talk to you in a different way and do what Babies does best, which is educate parents on sleep consultants and sleep trainers. So you really need to understand that there is an epidemic happening, and your child could be at risk. I do have notes, by the way, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss everything, because this is so close to my heart that my heart's pounding as I go over this because of how frustrated I am for all the parents out there that are currently going through this. So just a couple things that I want you to know. We at Babies want you to have the best experience that you can with your little one. And if you've chosen not to sleep train them, then that is great. If you're thriving and you're doing well, then continue doing what you're doing. But for those parents who have chosen to sleep train, there's a little bit of a smokescreen out there in terms of sleep trainers. I'm going to go over a few things because I want to teach you, instead of point fingers at other companies or say anything bad about anyone out there. I just want to point out a couple of things to you. So one, the questions to ask when you're hiring a company. Two is what things to look for to make sure that you're getting from those companies. And then three, what's different about Baby, so you can understand the difference that we actually are able to give our clients. So again, I'm not here pointing fingers, just want to sort of educate and empower you to have that information when you are looking for help with sleep. So first off, I want you to know that there is no governing body in Canada anyways that is a legitimate source to ensure that the sleep consultant that you're working for is properly trained and educated to support you. Don't feel smoke screened, or don't be smoke screened to think that there is, because there is not. There are different associations, which we are actually part of. There's different societies and organizations that are filled with sleep clinics and doctors that offer sleep consulting, but there isn't a sleep consultant association that is actually formal. So the other thing is please don't get trapped into flashy websites or marketing through email or Facebook or any of that stuff, because that's just great marketing, wonderful, but you're actually paying for that and that's coming out of your pocket. But great websites doesn't mean great service. So please don't get trapped into that. We had a client that told us that at 2:00 in the morning, she was exhausted, her baby wasn't sleeping, and she got a flashy email sent to her and from Facebook, and it was a sleep consultant. So that was sort of how she was then moved through the funnel into hiring that company. So a couple of things that we want to point out is, one, what questions to ask. So if you're calling someone and you're looking to hire them to help you with sleep consulting, here's some things that I would ask them. Where did you get your training from? How long was it? A lot of companies out there, or a lot of sleep consultants out there, they're getting a weekend training. Sometimes it's even online and not person to person. So make sure you ask, where was it? How long was it? Where did you take it? Who certified you? Was it an association? Was it a person? Was it a company? How many hours of hands-on experience do you have working with babies? Not just in sleep consulting capacity, but in other capacities. Have you worked with breastfeeding support? Have you worked with labor support? Have you worked with postpartum, newborn care? So ask them what kind of hands-on support they actually have. How many hours of that? What kind of support are they going to offer you? So if they're going to give you all this great advice, what happens when some of those tips don't work? Do you have a way of reaching out to them right away? Not 2 days later, a week later, when they're able to respond to your email, but do you have a way to either text or call them and be able to get an immediate response back? So while you're going through what you're going through, you're getting the right answer of what you need. What type of things do you discuss on the consult call? So what sort of things are they discussing? Really important. You need to be talking about lots of various things, which I'll go into the next point. And how many families do you work with at a time? Another big one. So when you're actually interviewing that sleep consultant, here are some things you want to look for. Are they just a sleep consultant, or do they have trainings in other modalities? Have they just trained as a sleep consultant, or have they been doing other things as well? Do they have any newborn care training or experience? Do they have any breastfeeding training or experience? Something like the Happiest Baby certification, or there's lots of other trainings out there, and so on. So what kind of certifications do they have? Is it just one training through one sleep consulting company, or do they have lots of different trainings and certifications behind them? Look for someone who has lots of hands-on experience, not just through sleep training, but through other things. So someone who's worked in home with moms postpartum, someone who's offered breastfeeding consulting, someone who's offered labor support, anyone who has lots of hands-on experience other than training. Look for someone confident in their full program. If you've talked to someone to just get tips, great. But if you've talked to someone looking for direction and looking for a system, then you want to make sure you're getting a system. Are they talking to you about schedules, feedings, routines, room environment, teething? Are they going over all of those things with you? Because sleep is almost never about sleep. There's always something else going on. So if you're talking to a consultant, they just go right into training, there is a lot of information that you're missing. In fact, with the Sleepy Babies program, we believe 75% preparation, 25% training. And that 75% preparation has all to do with the schedule, routine, room environment, really good feeds, very important. Make sure that your sleep trainer is not encouraging you to do huge amounts of overnight sleep. If your baby is sleeping more than 12 hours a night without a feed in between there, that can be dangerous. So again, talk to them about what is a reasonable expectation for the child at their age. And they should be talking to you about feeding, peeing, pooping, all of those things. If you're getting off that call with still questions that haven't been answered, then you need to ask those questions before you get off the call. And then look for support that is a combination of both phone, text, email, social media, not only after your training, but through your training. So if you're starting something tomorrow, you should have someone that knows what they're doing be able to follow along with you while you're doing it. So look for those things. The final thing, what makes babies different? And I'm so proud of our program. I'm so proud of our company. I'm so proud of our consultants that we have. There's 3 of us on the team. Natasha is our newborn nurturer. She guides parents through very, very small tips to get your baby sleeping better at a young age. And then Sabrina and I are sleep consultants that work with the babies over 4 months up to 2 years. And then we refer out to our specialist, Ishtar, who does training for children 2 and over that are in a bed. And then after 4, we actually have psychologists that we refer out to. So I'm so proud of our team. They're amazing. And the beauty is that they always have access to me. So if they're working with someone and they're not sure of what to do, they have a direct line direct to me to ask those questions. So what makes us different? First of all, we are trained in not just one modality, but we are trained in many. We have lots of different certifications that we have taken the initiative to go and take to be able to offer our clients the best service. So I didn't just take a sleep consultant course. I took lots of different courses, which you can actually read on our website if you're interested, and you can learn what makes me special and what makes us different at our team. But it's not just about taking a sleep training course and then sleep training babies. There's so many more facets of sleep training that need to be learned through different modalities. We have a system, a proven system. We call it the Sleepy Babies program, and we discuss everything from room environment to schedules to extensive talking on feeding, especially if your baby is breastfed, because we need to make sure that baby's eating really well before we do any kind of sleep training. We go over things like teething and how to deal with that, how to ensure baby is eating really well. We go over schedules and routines, not only for now, but we even give you all that information for down the road. So that again, once we're done with this age group, what do you do when your baby hits 8 months or 12 months or age 2? You get all that information. We offer tons of support. Huge. When you're given information, that's great. But then when you have questions while you're implementing those tools and you can't reach out to someone, you need to have access to that person to ask them what to do in that scenario. Because every single client that I've ever worked with has always had something unique come up, and I've been able to help them through that actual transition while they're going through that. So we offer phone support. You're able to call in the middle of the night. You're able to text us throughout the day during nap times. We just offer you as much as we can. And we even have private Facebook groups that we add our clients to after we've worked with them so that they always have a way to reach out to us. So you're never feeling like you've been left behind. We have regular sleep specialists that we work alongside of. We have doctors, we have RMTs, we have breastfeeding consultants. So we're always having access to those people at our side to help us with our clients. And we've worked hands-on, thousands of hours working with babies ourselves. So before I became a sleep consultant, I was actually a postpartum support person. I worked thousands of hours in home, day and overnight, working with parents. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Karen. Working with parents in their home. No sleep training at all. Just helping them through newborn care, being hands-on with those babies, seeing different things that was going on with them, seeing how little changes in their routine was making them sleep better. So hands-on working with babies before I even got into sleep training. Huge one. And like I mentioned, we have a full program. So I'm not putting this post on here to encourage you to hire us. I just want to give you the information to empower you to know who you're working with. Make sure you're asking them these questions. Make sure you're not just enticed in by a flashy website or email or social media post. Please reach out to those people and ask those kinds of questions before hiring them. And if through hiring them, you start to work with those consultants and you're not happy with the support or the service or the anything that it's not working, because typically sleep training should work within 3 to 5 days if done correctly, full-on sleep training. So if you're not happy, then you need to go back to them and either ask them for more support or find someone else who can help you. Okay. So to all those moms and dads out there who I know I've spoken to and I've worked with personally over the last month and a half to try and get everything back on track, I'm so thankful that we were finally able to be connected. For the moms out there who are not sure who to hire, hopefully some of these tips will help you so that when you are doing your interview process, you can ask them some of these questions and look for some of these things. And if you are thinking about becoming a sleep consultant, taking some of this information as well and using that to give you the proper education that you need so that you can support these parents with the best information possible. So I know it's a new career in the last few years that a lot of parents are wanting to get into. And if you're looking to do that, then just be empowered by knowing you really shouldn't just take a sleep training course and then sleep train. Take the initiative to take as many courses, educational components as you can, because it is multifaceted. So again, I share this post not looking for any negative feedback or pointing fingers. I just want parents to be empowered with the tools that they need so that when they go out and look for someone, they actually have that proper information. I hope everyone's well. If you have questions in regards to this video and you're not sure what to do in a scenario, please just send me a quick PM and I will answer them for you. And I hope you're all doing great and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.